Episode 32, Looking for Land.
Welcome to Thriving with Nature, a podcast that gives you the tools you need to live a modern lifestyle that helps regenerate our planet. And now your host, Hayley Weatherburn.
Hello, Thrivers, and welcome to this week's episode. I wanted to share a little bit about what's going on for me right now in regards to movement. So I currently, if you don't follow me on Facebook or Thriving with Nature on YouTube, you may not know that I currently live in the middle of, it's not a city, I live in Bali, Indonesia, but in the middle of a popular area, and I have renovations on either side of me, new renovations that have just started and more coming. And I have a beautiful garden that I've been creating, but I've had to use a lot of pot plants. I've had to build raised beds because it's concreted. And so I've always dreamed of moving and having my own land, and that potentially could be happening soon. So this episode is purely sharing, what's going on for me. Part of me really wants Thriving with Nature to be able to show you how you can thrive with nature no matter where you are. And I believe you truly can. Whether you live in an apartment, you can still be no waste. You can have a little worm farm on your balcony. You can be growing your own herbs and then going to farmers markets to buy food from regenerative gardeners. You can still participate in thriving with nature in those ways. And I always want to be able to promote that, to show it doesn't matter how we are, we can do this. What I think I've always dreamed of is having my own land, and having, for those of you who've listened to the podcast for a while now, I love the Anastasia book. And she talks about how important it is to have your grounded connection to Mother Nature, to, have your own plots of land and having your own gardens. You know that I'm growing the living supplement garden at the moment, and I want to show people how you can do it with portable gardens, so that it doesn't matter where you are. And if you've got a balcony, my first prototype doesn't look like I can move it very easily, so I'll have to create a new prototype to help people. But that's okay, that's all part of the experiment. So this week I am going up to what's called Batu Karu, which sort of is like a extinct volcano on Bali. It's a lesser known one. It's just a mountain now, and it's beautiful. It's like rainforest. And I'm really potentially going to find some land that I can start to build my own home and start to build long-term gardens. Look at syntropic agroforestry, really take in the permaculture principles. And so I'm looking forward to seeing where this journey takes, because I want to bring you on this journey. And if you don't follow me on YouTube, definitely find me on YouTube, youtube.com/thriving with nature. I'm looking forward to this adventure. And so the first part of this adventure is to go and see if I can live, because where Batu Karu is, it's about an hour and maybe 20 minutes away from, more populated areas that have, I'm going to have to do shopping once a week because there's no supermarket up there. That's how remote it is, and that excites me. And it means I'm going to have to be more planned and more cooking. There are little warungs and there's beautiful little villages up there that you'll integrate with, and that's part of that permaculture, is making sure you integrate in that local area. And if you've listened to the podcast a couple of weeks ago, Bali Eco Lodge, I interviewed Norm. If you haven't heard that and you love permaculture, make sure you go and listen to or even watch it on YouTube, the Bali Eco Lodge, because you'll see some snippets of it. Divine. So I'm going to be staying up there for a month and exploring to see, can I live remotely, and starting to look into how can I build. I won't have as many resources. I'm looking at cob houses or a bamboo house or something to go. It's an exciting adventure, but it's also terrifying. I'm on my own at this point in my life. I haven't yet found the partner who I'd settle down with. And so, it's really, really exciting, terrifying, but to be able to show you and connect and take you all on a journey with me on how to take a beautiful piece of land and create with nature even more abundance, because nature is naturally abundant. And one of the amazing things as humans is we can be caretakers, we can be curators of amazingness of abundance and bringing more in. And so I may not be able to go to the supermarket just down the road, but soon I'll be able to just pop into the garden and eat anything that I want. So, and it will take time. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you into my reality at the moment, where my brain is at the moment. I'm a person that's quite earthy, grounded, and really likes to know where my home is. And at this point, knowing that I will be moving from this home and I don't know where my future home is, at this point, I need to see, is it feasible for me to live up on the mountain? Do I feel safe? Do I feel like that's home? Do I feel fully connected to the community? So that's the first step. And if not, then I'll have to find a home probably a bit closer down here, but still out. I've decided that serenity is important to me. I record these podcasts early in the morning because I can't record them any other time because there's constant noise and banging, which at first I didn't think took a toll on me, but the constant banging does take a toll on your nervous system after a while. So I'm looking forward to the serenity and being able to record a podcast during the day because it's still quiet. That would be amazing. Anyway, it's a short episode this week. I just wanted to, bring you in on the journey. I will be sharing more. For those of you, I have recently joined in arms. I always believe together we're better. I've joined in with Heal Thyself Tribe. And in Heal Thyself Tribe, every Saturday morning, I do an In the Garden with Hayley session that's exclusive inside Tribe and for all the tribe members. And inside Tribe, it's not just about gardening, it's about health, wealth, relationships, spirituality and regeneration, which is obviously where I like to play around in. But there's educators from all those different areas of life constantly sharing in classes on different areas of health and relationships and all those things, which is really awesome. So if you're interested and you want to come watch me in the garden on the Saturdays, last week I did everything about worm composting, and this week we're going to be sharing a little bit about permaculture. So head over to healthyselftribe.com, and if you use my code TRIBE, TWN, for Thriving with Nature, all capitals, if you use that code, you'll get a discount monthly to join the premium classes. So check it out. Come join me in Tribe, which is another exciting thing that I am part of, which is awesome. So anyway, have an amazing day. Thank you so much. This is a short one, but yeah, and subscribe to this channel, subscribe to YouTube, because the adventure is just about to get started. So who knows where it's going to end. All right. And if you're listening to this from the future, that's exciting. You already know what's going on. And welcome. Thank you for listening to an old podcast. All right. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
Hey, if you enjoyed listening to my podcast, remember to subscribe to hear more. You also have to come check out the Living Supplement Garden, a garden that reads your individual's body's condition and grows the substances it requires to move towards optimal health and potentially healing your ailments. When we align with nature, we thrive with nature. I'd love to have you join myself and others as we discover the magic of nature together and strive to heal both ourselves and our planet. Go to thrivingwithnature.com.